This is where the fun begins.
Hello there.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, we have an Ahsoka Tano supposed leaked image here that we're going to be taking a look at here and talk a little bit about here. So without further ado, we're going to hop right on into it. This image right here on the screen has been now going around the internet, mostly on Twitter and around on Reddit as well. Of course, I've seen it a little bit here and there on Instagram as well, not too commonly over there. And well, it depicts Ahsoka Tano, Rosiero's Dawson live-action Ahsoka Tano that we saw in The Mandalorian and once again in the Book of Boba Fett, set to premiere in her very own upcoming Star Wars show Ahsoka in 2023, alongside with the one and only devilish looking Darth Maul. Straight off the bat, in my own thoughts and opinions, I just have to say that this one's debunked. It's not actually real. Although, don't get me wrong, it's very, very cool, and the way that I'm kind of looking at it and seeing and kind of supposing that it's fake is for the one thing is that when it actually did pop up my feed, I already had sources saying that this year is not actually real for the Ahsoka Tano show. Now, the Ahsoka Tano show is set to begin filming very, very soon. Lastly, our sources did say here on the channel. However, unless there's an official confirmation coming from cast and crew or directors out there as well, we just don't completely know. It could very well begin filming a little bit, a couple of weeks earlier, or it could be filming a couple of weeks later. We just wouldn't completely know 110%. However, what we do know is that the Ahsoka Tano show is going to set to begin filming very, very soon. Some last rumors that depicted here about when the Ahsoka Tano show is going to be filming was all the way back in the beginning of the year, with January at the start of the year. However, since then, those there have been kind of brought down and it's been kept on being pushed back here. For now, it's going to be in a couple of weeks. Of course, as always, I'm going to continue to keep you guys updated with any types of filming news updates here on the channel, as well as actual news, leaks, plot details, and rumors as well. Continuing on what some actual major sources here had to say here about this leaked image here, because it is definitely getting a lot of shine here for what it is, especially seeing that it's being depicted for some type of Star Wars fan film. That there in itself has to say about how great this Star Wars fan film is probably going to be turning out, because it's getting just so much talk out there, simply from how real and how good looking it actually is. Now, reading from the Direct's article, as always, I'm going to have the full article linked down in the description down below. While the actual premises is being kept under wraps about Anakin Skywalker's former Padawan is expected to square off against a live-action Grand Admiral Thrawn and likely Minima Sound as Ezra Bridger from Star Wars Rebels in live action. The potential for a Luke Skywalker cameo is possibly as well, given their exchange in the Book of Boba Fett as well, and just how well overall and how far that technology has really come. According to previous reports, Ahsoka is shooting under the working title as Stormcrow. It's expected to begin filming in April of 2022. For a moment, it seemed as if the show's first on-set photo had made its way online. However, as Obi-Wan once cautioned, your eyes can deceive you. In response to an alleged set photo showing Ahsoka and Darth Maul with a film crew, Bespin Bolton claimed that the photo is fake, explaining the cameras in the image aren't the ones they use for Disney and Lucasfilm, and how filming isn't actually expected to begin filming for another couple of weeks. The full tweet coming from the Bespin Bolton, who is a very reputable source out there when it comes to Star Wars leaks, news, and rumors here. Of course, we covered them here on the channel before. I'll have the full website linked down in the description down below. The full tweet that they've read: I've had 18 messages from people asking me about an image showing a scene being filmed between Ahsoka and Maul. It seemed to originate on Reddit, with the user having ties to cosplay. Cameras in the image aren't the ones they use over at Lucasfilm and Disney. Ahsoka doesn't film for another couple of weeks. Has to be fake, mate. Ending the quote right there. The photo showed Ahsoka and Maul wearing a Crimson Dawn necklace from Solo: A Star Wars Story at a desert location, and in front is, of course, a film crew. Several bodies and weapons lay nearby, implying that a fight had taken place. It's, of course, rather a little bit disappointing. I'm not going to completely lie to you guys that this is fake, and I would like it to be real, but I don't want to go out and just blindly lie to people, and I would hope that no other Star Wars content creators or Star Wars news sources, or just in general pop culture news sources, would ever want to do that, simply just for a little bit of shine and a little bit of fame. On top of that, I will warn you, because there are content creators out there like that will do that. Talking a little bit more here about this supposed image here for the Ahsoka Tano series, that is, I have to come out and say this, guys, it is not real whatsoever. This is a debunked, it is fake, it is simply fan-made. Other ideas include that tell us that this here is actually fake is, as I had mentioned, Darth Maul is wearing a Crimson Dawn necklace. This isn't something until the end of the Clone Wars era, and also even then Darth Maul Maul looks very, very similar to how we saw him in Solo: A Star Wars Story, so there it just doesn't work. Ahsoka looks ripped directly out of the Mandalorian universe there, of course. So taking a look at where and when the Ahsoka Tano series is going to be taking place here, nothing here exactly really lines up unless there's some type of flashback scenes, or like we saw in Star Wars Rebels, she goes in the worlds between worlds and has a little bit of a kind of like a time jump type of thing going on there with kind of pretty much essentially what is called time travel in a sense. The worlds between worlds, of course, is something that is deeply brought up in the Star Wars Rebels animated show, and it's something I hope that they do a very well bring to the live action spectrum of things here for the Star Wars universe, because it honestly deserves all that much more and a deeper explanation for exactly what it really is and what kind of power exactly holds. And honestly, inevitably is something that's going to probably happen and show up here for the Ahsoka Tano show, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that, especially in the live action. One last thing also kind of telling us that this image here is fake, of course, is that Maul should be dead at this point in the Star Wars timeline, kind of depending on how you looked at it. Of course, as I had mentioned, it very well could be some type of flashback scene or a worlds between worlds scene there going on, but in the event and in the case it would be taking place after the events of Return of the Jedi, well, it just doesn't make sense because Darth Maul is dead at this point in time. Reading it from the Direct's article, while the two cross blades in the epic battle at the conclusion of the Clone Wars, the only way to rematch these two characters would make sense is if the Ahsoka series included flashbacks, and this is something else that I really wanted to bring up here. Probably I'll cover and talk about a little more deeper into a separate video here, because the Ahsoka show, honestly, out of any upcoming Star Wars project, series, movie, whatever the case may be, I'm definitely gandering that the Ahsoka show should definitely have the most flashbacks out of anything. The article goes on to continue to say it's worth noting that the flashbacks as a story device are becoming more and more common, especially in Star Wars franchise projects. The Book of Boba Fett revealed Boba's past through the use of flashbacks, and audiences were shown to Grogu's memories through flashbacks moments as well. Now, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show definitely has to be a runner-up for this, because Obi-Wan Kenobi is also expected to continue with the tradition here of having Star Wars flashbacks. It was also something, let's not let it have it been unsaid here, the Mandalorian Season 1 at least also included plenty of flashbacks there, especially with Din Djarin's past. The article goes on to continue, honestly, flashbacks will work well for the Ahsoka show, especially since the cast of the animated Star Wars Rebels show is involved. No doubt Star Wars fans would love to see Ahsoka Tano remember moments from the animated series, but in live action, as well as certain memories from the Clone Wars. Once filming actually begins, fans are sure to learn more about the Lucasfilms Dave Filoni has in store for this anticipated series, and hopefully to get some real photos and teases from set. Citizens can also expect to hear accurate information about the show during Star Wars Celebration in the next month in May. Something I have been talking a little bit rather here on the channel off and on is that we are definitely looking forward to Star Wars Celebration, including just who is really appearing alongside in the iconic Star Wars heroine in 2023 for the Ahsoka Tano series. And from there, the article kind of wraps up. As I had mentioned, I'm going to have the full article linked in the description down below, as always. This fan-made image here, of course, as well sparks plenty of theories and speculations and ideas and concepts as well that we could see for the Ahsoka Tano series. Of course, as I had mentioned, flashbacks definitely have to be one of those things that I would definitely highly anticipate to have for the Ahsoka Tano series, because it just seems like such a well brought out storytelling device, as the article had mentioned. When I first heard about the rumors and speculations of having flashbacks for the Book of Boba Fett, I had absolutely no idea how that would actually play off and how that would actually work, and I actually thought out of anything that flashbacks for the Book of Boba Fett would be absolutely awful, and well, in that case it proved me completely wrong. So I'm definitely looking forward to having them not only for the Ahsoka Tano series, but as I had also mentioned for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, is something very primal that would need to have these flashback scenes, because it's just a missed opportunity for one thing, and it is also such a well brought out storytelling device, as I had also mentioned. Of course, I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely would love to hear what you guys all think. Some things that you'd like to see here for the Ahsoka Tano series, as well as something I'd absolutely love to hear. Also, let me know what you guys think here about having flashbacks, what you guys thought about those flashbacks as well there we had for the Book of Boba Fett, and how you would like those implemented into future Star Wars content and projects. Of course, here on the channel we cover all types of Star Wars news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns, so if you guys are into any of that type of stuff, well, you of course have found the right place, so hit that subscribe button and join us today. Drop a like in the video if you enjoy it, as it really just helps the channel, and check out Instagram and Unofficial Star Wars for more Star Wars content, guys. Thanks so much for watching today's video. As always, may the Force be with you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.